Fill up my boy's Grom here. Sure, we're all good. All right, guys, welcome to an extra special episode. And I know I say that sometimes here and there, but I really mean it on this one. Welcome to an episode of Hood Eats, episode number 8. We are actually down in St. Louis right now. We are down here with the OG Street Fighter Adam. He is the last surviving member, still currently doing ROC, and still a member of the Street Fighters. We have Seabear, special guest Graham, special guest Zach, Joe, you name it. We're still out here and we're still hanging out, feeling out St. Louis. So you might ask, Brian, why are you so excited to do a Hood Eats in St. Louis? This isn't Chicago. And you're right, I don't have the same amount of knowledge that I do nearly of the neighborhoods. I know their streets and their same street routes pretty well because I've been down here riding a long time. However, you're looking at a much more abandoned city than what Chicago is. So, as far as streets go, they're just as bad, if not worse, than Chicago's. And I mean it, their potholes are gnarly. So along our route, on one of the first days, I came down here knowing that I wanted to do Hood Eats, and I saw what looked to be a really good sandwich shop along the route here. And when I say the route, I'm talking about Natural Bridge. Natural Bridge in 2017 was named America's most violent street. So that's another reason I was like, man, Hood Eats fits perfect down in St. Louis. So guys, during the Industrial Revolution, St. Louis was one of the biggest and most flourishing cities at the time. Due to all the steel mills down by the river, and when I say the river, I do mean the Mississippi River that separates Missouri and Illinois. All were built up, and a lot of immigrants and people came to St. Louis looking for work, looking to work in these huge industrial factories. Got Zach Goes on the Hood Eats, woo! Cutting it up in traffic, you kidding me? On that 2020 KX450. Who would have ever guessed that Zach Goes would have been in the Hood Eats? Slow it down, look both ways, good boy. Better show him how to stop me. That's how you roll a stoppie, buddy. I'm just kidding, he's on them skinnies. So guys, looking out at St. Louis present day, ever since we started outsourcing a lot of our raw materials, even steel, to other countries, St. Louis factories that were built up in this city steadily closed, and this city has been abandoned. A lot of it. There's an abandoned building on almost every block that I see, except in a couple of these neighborhoods. Seabear, double back warrior. Let her hang loose, baby. I think he wants a scrape buddy. Guys, I think overall as a city, just from an outsider looking in, St. Louis is a lot more abandoned than Chicago. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of the big factories closing that used to be a major artery within this city. The city itself has only been going down in population, and its ranking among national violent crimes has only gone up. I think per capita, St. Louis is the worst city in America. It's so cool to do a Hood Eats with all my family from out of town. All these guys have all been great friends to me over the years, and it's awesome that we get to all come together for something like Ride of the Century and stay an extra day or two and be able to do something like this all just kind of on our own. And I'll also tell you what, there is St. Louis Police Department cameras on every block in random little side streets. They are everywhere. This city is covered in cameras. So it's kind of weird that there's like so much technology around all these old abandoned houses from way back when that have just been, you know, totally neglected. But the city wants to put up cameras around them but not put the money to knock them down. Vacant houses are not only a huge eyesore, but they're a huge, whoa, jeez, Joe, take it easy. They're a place for drug dealers and gangs to operate out of. It's the same reason that Chicago knocks down quite a few of them. St. Louis's violent crime rate is absolutely insane. 2,082 people out of 100,000 are victims of violent crimes every year in this city. That's 2.08%. Every year you have of being involved in a violent crime here. That's pretty high, if you ask me. I would not want that. So a lot of these neighborhoods, yeah, they're abandoned, yeah, they're, you know, cool to ride streets on. I would not like to live in St. Louis. And to be honest, the downtown and the economy here is not nearly what Chicago is. It's a smaller city, not really experiencing construction growth like Chicago is downtown, and even up in the north side where it's still vibrant. St. Louis just overall, I feel like it's not nearly as big and flourishing like Chicago is. So there's this sandwich shop up here that I'm taking you guys to, and I really do want to do a review on it, just because it caught my eye. It's random. Nobody suggested anything. This is totally out of the blue, and every single one of us are starving. Man, these roads are crap. Holy potholes! They got good sandwiches here? Yeah? Do they? Damn.
They make everything fresh.
But it's worth it, right? Alright, good. Alright, I'll have a chicken gyro. No tomato. That's it.
I'm trying to see if y'all know somebody selling ones just like that. Probably a little bit cheaper though.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this thing off because just like at the beginning, that guy said it takes a while, so I'm gonna get back to you. Man, he was not kidding. Had to take a while. All my friends are gone now, though. They saw that sign in there that says everything takes more longer than 15 minutes. They're like, we don't want anything to do with this. It's good, yeah. Exactly, yeah, that it's freshly made. Yeah. I got the gyro, I don't know. Gyro good? Alright, y'all have a good day. I've never seen this before. Vess. Pineapple artificially flavored soda. Oh man, my friends left me to go to this Mexican restaurant because they saw how long it took there. I didn't know it was 18 minutes away. What the heck? Now I gotta make my way through St. Louis all by myself, and I have no idea where I am. And I'm supposed to be telling you guys about St. Louis and the crime rate and whatever in the neighborhood? This sounds like Mission Impossible. So like I mentioned before really briefly, I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk that I'm from St. Louis and I know this and that. I don't even know what neighborhood I'm in. I don't know the racial makeup of the neighborhood. I don't know any of the crime that's gone on. I haven't seen anything in St. Louis. I'm just an outsider looking in and, you know, reading a couple news articles. So at the end of the day, I understand that I'm not from the city. However, I was excited to do Hood Eats in this city because it was named the most violent city in America there in 2018 as far as per capita. Yeah, as far as actual numbers, I think Chicago still leads just because Chicago is the nation's third largest city. New York and California both don't really hold anything to Chicago, and I mean that in not a good way. I guess I should say LA and New York. I don't know why I think California, all I think of is LA, but yeah, New York and LA are the first and second biggest cities in America, and Chicago, as far as absolute number, leads the way. So just like that guy was saying though, the place makes the food fresh every day. What's it called? The Sandwich Depot or whatever. They make the fresh food right in front of you, so that's why it takes a little bit longer, because they have to actually cook the meat before they give it to you. I'm not even gonna have my sandwich warm now because I gotta go to a Mexican restaurant and go bring my Euro in and maybe have a margarita with a couple of my buddies. Hey, weren't you at Shady Jack's? You were watching us do our wheelies. Was that pretty cool? You like that? I knew I recognized you. Have a good one. What the heck? Recognize that guy from this weekend. He was there videotaping and taking pictures and whatnot. Oh, there's the gang. Where's my seat? You guys didn't say 7 people?
Forgot, right
All right,
here.
then make room for you.
I know, right? All right, sit down. Need my Euro. All right, guys, so we just got done eating in there. Well, these guys got done eating their Mexican food. I actually just got done having the best Euro of my life, and I mean it. I really do. There was like blue cheese in it, bell peppers, all this other crazy stuff, and it just was great. What a beautiful sunset out here. Look at Zacho's lane splitting on a wheelie. Get out of here. Alright guys, I'm going to get back to riding with my friends here while I still got a little bit of battery left with the GoPro. If my GoPro does die here soon, I appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in to another episode of Hood Eats. I know this isn't Chicago, but this was a cool one, and it was actually some really good food. So if you guys are enjoying any of my videos and or the Hood Eats series, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like. And if you saw something you like, make sure to give me a comment and so I can keep doing it. So, as always, this is your boy Brian636 signing out. Peace.